Hi, I'm Diana Francis, Wedding Coordinator of Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church. Assistant Coordinators Gwendolyn Benton and Karen Downey. We're delighted to be a part of the 129th Church Anniversary Celebration. We've asked Roger and Diana Jackson and Kevin and Tiara Critchlow to share their experience of planning a wedding during the pandemic. Then Pastor Benton will share his experience of officiating a wedding during the pandemic. Thank you and God bless.
Our initial wedding date was scheduled to be April 3rd, 2021, but we changed it to November 13th of 2020 because there was just a lot going on in the world between experiencing the pandemic, all the police brutality and injustice that we were facing as a community, and it just made us realize that life is too short and our love couldn't wait, so we decided to move our date up.
During the preparations and, because we were in a pandemic, the changes that we had to do was, one, cut down our guest list. And also we had to make sure we had the proper equipment and sanitary devices to make sure everyone was safe and also felt safe. So we also bought gloves, hand sanitizer.
We made sure everybody had masks too. And we did check temperatures at the door before guests arrived. So in relation to preparing for our wedding, some of the things that we were still able to keep despite the pandemic, we were still able to have our ceremony at our church, which we were very, very happy about. And we were still able to have a reception. As he said earlier, we had to cut down our guest list. Initially, we had a guest list of 300 plus, but due to the pandemic, we had to cut it down to about 80. So we were still able to have a ceremony, still able to have a reception, but we just had to make a few minor adjustments.
And one thing I can state for us that literally kept us together was, one, God. Two, being able to have fun while we were going through the process of wedding planning. And, things that we didn't want us to stress about, we made sure we cut it out.
Absolutely.
And throughout this entire process, once again, we thank God. We thank Pastor Benton for all he did. The wedding committee, we thank you for the people that, of the church. We thank our, last but not least, our family and our friends who stood by us and just made it all possible. It was such a great experience.
The pandemic almost caused us to change our plans. I was contemplating, should we postpone? Should we go through with it? And then Pastor Bent was like, well, it's just going to be you, me, Roger, and that's it. We can't have anybody else because of the pandemic. And when we were about to get married, that's when it really hit. That was the beginning of it. So that played a part in whether we thought about, should we go with it or shouldn't we? And then we decided, hey.
I told you, you better marry me now, because I don't know. Hey.
Right.
You got me here, so you better go ahead and do it.
Right. So we decided that we would go through with it, and then that we could have another event where our family and friends could attend. So we decided we would go through with it. And then the night before we were supposed to get married, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wear my wedding dress. Nobody's going to be there. Nobody's going to see it. And then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I paid too much for this dress. I'm going to wear my dress. And then I was like, but who's going to help me get dressed? So then I asked if I could have someone to come help me get dressed, and they agreed to let Bianca come, so I was able to have one person there. But we had to cancel a lot. Like, we had to cancel the reception hall, the cake. The church was very accommodating, but it was kind of heartbreaking not having any family members there, but at least my daughter was able to attend. And then this one, decided to go Facebook Live. So
Everybody was there.
everyone got to see it. I wasn't expecting that, so I was surprised when he did that. But I'm glad that he did, because he was able to capture the live event, even though we had a photographer there. So all in all, we're pleased with how it turned out. You know, I'm glad that we went ahead and did it and did not postpone it. It would have been nice to have everyone there, to have a reception to celebrate, but it was worth it.
As you can see, she's doing all the talking. So, but you know, one of the things we looked at is, you know, we wanted to go ahead and get married, and I told Diana that, hey, you know, you got me this far, so you better go ahead and do it, and we did it. And one of the things that really brought us close together is we can blame it on the pandemic, you know, because now we had to be isolated in the house together. 365 plus days. And, you know, one of the things that all my friends have told me that, you know, you got to be able to communicate, you got to be able to talk. And being in the house, you know, not going to work and coming home and eating dinner, then watching TV and going to bed. We're in the house together all day. So we had to come up with things that we had to do together. So we did, you know, and no arguments, a few disagreements, but, you know, I always win. So, but, you know, we're blessed, you know, that the pandemic happened, that it brought us closer and closer together early in our marriage. And I mean, early, you know, 14 months. She said almost 2 years. Seems so long, but it's been a joyful experience, and going forward with a joyful life.
Right. And what advice will we give to anyone that is contemplating getting married during the pandemic? Follow your heart. You know, if you feel it's right, do what you need to do. Go through with it, because life is short.
And you can tell from the pandemic, you know, we don't know who it's going to hit, where it's going to hit. So you just got to go ahead and live out your dream. And that dream is, if you're going to be, you know, happy all your life, make this girl your wife.
The COVID-19 pandemic has uprooted everything that we have known as normal. We've had to adjust in ways that go far beyond anything that we ever imagined we would have to do. One of the major impacts that it has had is on weddings. People still have been falling in love, and many people had weddings planned, and they were sending out invitations to their guest list. They were excited to invite all their kinfolk, their friends, classmates, people they hadn't seen in forever, to celebrate with them on this moment. As believers, we know that a wedding is a sacred space. It's one that we all celebrate because it signifies to us the mystical union between Christ and His church. But as we've had to deal with the fact that it's not safe for large crowds to gather, people have had to change their plans. But what we found out during this season is that love is bigger than a wedding with many people. That what God has brought together, no man can put under. And so I have been so blessed by the many weddings, the many couples who still persevered, some who only had an audience through a stream on Facebook or YouTube, others who just had parents there and a small handful of friends. Some who moved their wedding to outdoor locations and even had to deal with the rain, lightning, and thunder. What each of them have shown us is that a pandemic can't stop love. That a disease that happens once every century can't hold down love. That truly the love that God gives us and that husband and wife can share together is as beautiful as the love is that Christ has for His church. And so, to all of our married couples who have made the difficult decision to go ahead and get married during this pandemic, may you continue to see the fruits of many, many years of your faithfulness and love come to bear wonderful blessings in your lives. And to others who may have been engaged and be engaged, and you're trying to wait for this pandemic to be over, what I want to say to you is allow God to lead you, and don't wait just to spend money on an event that's only going to last an hour or two. Work on a marriage that's going to last a lifetime. May God be with you, and may God bless all those who are continuing to share in the love and build a family together.
When I found you, I found somebody who cares. When I found you, found my most intimate prayer. When I found you, I found what every heart dreams of. When I found you, I found love. When I found you, I found the rest of my life. When I found you, I told all others goodbye. When I found you, I saw my fears fly away like a dove. When I found you, I found love. When I found you, I found my fate in your arms. When I found you, I found no cause for alarm. When I found you, I knew this love was a gift from above. When I found you, I found love, yeah. Worth waiting.